I recently saw a YouTube video which talked about how to study more efficiently. And so I thought it was quite interesting, and so I've decided to talk about it. And so first, you have to increase your efficiency of studying, you have to have a high output of cognitive load. And what that basically is your mental effort. And so effective learning involves having a high amount of mental effort, as the harder you work, the harder your brain works, then the better that you learn things and memorize things. And you should avoid passive learning. And what that is just the type of learning that where you don't really do any brain activity at all, and you just basically just sit back and maybe look at the things you have to learn. And so, for example, you could just be staring at a screen of terms, or you might just be rewriting notes or rereading things. However, that's not very good, since you're not working your brain, and therefore you're just wasting a lot of your time. And I used to do this quite a lot. And I remember when I was given tests, I would just I was just staring at my screen and think that I was learning something. However, when the results came back, I wasn't really studying productively at all. And my parents gave me a list of things I could do, and some of them were flashcards and making active notes. And that actually helped a lot, because I was using my brain more, and I was just trying new methods to learn effectively. And other examples can be things like creating summary pages. And every time you finish learning a piece of important information, creating summary pages can be really nice, since it forces your brain to pick out the key information, and it makes it easier to remember. So say, for example, you're learning something about the human brain in biology. You could make a list of the key parts and write down the keynotes and definitions, and it will help you a lot. And another one is teaching others. And teaching others doesn't only improve their understanding, but also yours as well, since you need to know something well to be able to explain it and go over it with another person. And so it's actually really effective, because a lot of the learning happens in your brain. However, your brain has to do the thinking and the active learning to actually turn it into knowledge. And a lot of people all have different types of ways to learn, and so I guess you have to be active and just experiment with different methods to find a really good one that resonates with you. And there was actually a study that conducted by BBC, where researchers went to schools, and they asked students whether they enjoyed learning and if they really thought that learning was boring. And actually 90% of the students thought that whenever they studied, they just wanted to do something else, and they all thought that studying just made them feel really tired, and I guess it's made them feel like they had better things to do. However, you shouldn't really be feeling like that when you're studying. You should be feeling engaged in your work. And if you are feeling like you're just bored and tired, then that means you're doing something wrong, and you're not really making the best use of your time. Thank you for listening. I hope next time you're learning and you feel bored and tired, you would know and spot out that you're not really using your time productively. And you should try some of the methods that I've listed, and hopefully it will help. Thank you for listening.